I saw something the other day that made me have to. It I wouldn't say it blew my mind, but it made me feel really, really good. When I saw it. So they say women love men in uniform. Well, I'm one of those women. I love to see men in uniform. So I went into the vegetarian restaurant and I saw these three policemen. Now, I'm not telling you the name of the restaurant. I'm not telling you anything so you can in any way identify these cops because guess what? I don't even know if what they were doing they were supposed to do. I don't know if like when policemen and women are on duty, are they allowed to take a lunch break and go into restaurants? I don't know. So I don't want to get these cops into trouble. But I went into the restaurant and I saw these three cops. No, they weren't regular cops, right? They were the uniform they had on indicated that they are of I don't know which batch, which what do you call it now? Which task force, which special task force, but it's a special task force. The weapons that they had high power weapons. I don't even know if this is allowed. I don't know if they were supposed to be where they were. Okay. These guys is three of them. They had high power weapons. One of them was sitting at I think two of them were sitting at the counter, one was standing, waiting to be served, waiting for the food. But I was saying to myself, this is so strange. Why is it strange to see policemen in a vegetarian restaurant? If I was gonna see cops taking their lunch break, which I don't know if they should take on the job, I imagine they're supposed to go back to base and eat. I don't know. But I've seen cops before, couple times, many times before, um, at fast food restaurant. Like they just run in, grab a burger, grab a whatever, and I've seen them. But it was weird to see them at a veg because usually, and it was pleasantly weird. Yeah, it really made me sit and just admire them and the way they were going about it, like being very careful, select because they had a wide choice, wide array of things that you could choose from, all vegetarian stuff, and they were making their point of duty, to get the healthiest thing, which is not something you would normally expect from these bulky, hulky, you know, machine gun carrying guys, these macho guys. Usually, um, when people make jokes about vegans, vegetarians being wimpy, especially the men, I hear people on social media all the time, comedians on stage mocking vegan men in particular, that they're weak and wimpy and cowardly and passive and docile, all of those things. And I guess it's when people think of it's false, let me put that in, it is false, but people tend to think of virility associated with meat eating, right? So to see these guys, these hulky bulky guys, waiting for their tofu or their kalaloo or whatever it was. I think one of them ordered curried chickpeas, and they were waiting on the tofu or whatever. It was refreshing. I'm telling you, it was refreshing to see. And I've looked at other folks who come into the vegetarian restaurant over a period of time, and more I'm seeing people who you don't traditionally expect to see in a vegetarian restaurant, right? You kind of have an idea of who you would normally see. You see a lot of Rastafarians, you see a lot of Afrocentric folks. They tend to be the more Afrocentric and spiritual and the more conscious about health and so on. Nowadays, I'm seeing a lot of young folk, a lot of males, regular males, 9 to 5 regular guys coming in and insisting on, they're being more insistent on eating healthy. Now this little boy made his way into the restaurant and he was selling chocolate cupcakes. And I was saying to myself, I wonder if this little boy even knows where he is, because these are not even the kind of things that the restaurant would promote. And but he worked his way in and he was going around the customers asking if anybody wanted to buy the chocolate cupcakes. So he went to the officers and one of them said, no, 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 I don't eat that. I don't eat that stuff. No, not for me. So they were really insisting. And to be honest, I was taken aback, but pleasantly so, to see that these guys who have a very physically demanding job, not typically the type who would be health conscious, but they are. And I think, well, I'm hoping it's a trend where we're seeing more and more persons getting on board and taking care of their health and trying to eat healthier. It was really pleasant and refreshing to see, really pleasant to see.